Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Start Speaking podcast. I'm Natalie.
And I'm Matt. Today's topic is something so many English learners feel. You understand English, but you can't speak it.
You know the words, you understand movies, podcasts, and conversations.
But when it's your turn to speak, your mind goes blank.
Don't worry, today we'll show you why this happens and what you can do to fix it. By the end of this episode, you'll have a plan to start speaking with more confidence. Matt, have you ever studied a language and felt stuck when speaking?
Yes, when I learned Spanish, I understood almost everything people said to me, but I couldn't answer quickly.
That's exactly what happens to many English learners. You watch movies, you understand your teacher, but when you speak, it feels different.
I think it's because understanding is passive, but speaking is active.
Right. Listening trains your ears, but speaking trains your mouth and brain to work together.
And if you don't practice speaking, your brain doesn't get used to forming sentences fast.
It's like sports. You can watch football every day, but if you never play, you won't be good at it.
Exactly. And many people wait until they feel ready to speak, but that moment never comes.
Yes, because you only feel ready after you start speaking. It's the cycle.
Also, many people are afraid of making mistakes.
But mistakes are part of learning. In fact, the faster you make mistakes, the faster you improve.
That's true. When I was learning, I made so many mistakes, but people still understood me.
Exactly. Most people don't care about your mistakes. They care about your message.
So, the first step is to focus on communication, not perfection.
Yes. And here's something interesting. Your brain has two different muscles for language, one for understanding and one for speaking.
I like that idea. It's like one muscle for listening, one muscle for talking. If you train only one, the other stays weak.
Right. And many students train the listening muscle every day, but the speaking muscle maybe once a week or even less.
That's why short daily practice works better than one long practice once a week.
Yes. Even 5 minutes a day speaking out loud can make a big difference in a month.
It's the same with learning to play guitar. Practicing every day for a short time is better than playing for 3 hours only on Sunday.
Exactly. Consistency wins every time.
So if you understand but can't speak, it's not a problem with your brain, it's just about training the right way.
Yes. And the good news is you can start today, right after this episode. Okay, so here's my first tip. Speak out loud every day, even if you're alone. Don't just think in English. Actually say the words. For example, describe what you're doing. I'm making coffee. I'm opening the window. This trains your brain and mouth to work together. The more you do this, the faster speaking will feel natural. My second tip is to repeat short phrases many times until they feel automatic. Choose 5 or 6 useful sentences and practice them like a song. For example, can you help me please? Or I don't understand. Can you repeat? When you repeat them enough, they will come out instantly in real conversations. And my third tip is to answer questions you hear, even if it's just in your head or when watching a video. If someone on TV says, "What's your favorite food?" Stop and answer, "My favorite food is pizza." This turns passive listening into active speaking practice, and you can do it anywhere, anytime. And now it's time to welcome Joseph. He always helps us with simple grammar tips that make speaking easier.
Yes, and today he's going to share 3 grammar structures that can help you unlock your speaking. Welcome, Joseph.
Hi, everyone. Today, I want to give you 3 simple sentence structures that will help you speak faster and with more confidence. These are like building blocks for your English. You can use them in almost any situation. The first one is subject plus verb plus object, like I like apples or she reads books. The subject is the person or thing doing the action, the verb is the action, and the object is the thing that receives the action. You can change the words to make many sentences. I drink water. We watch movies. They play football. Try making 5 sentences like this right now, even if you're just speaking to yourself. The second one is subject plus verb plus adjective. For example, the movie is great, or I am tired. This structure is perfect for describing people, things, situations, and your own feelings. You can say, the weather is cold. My bag is heavy, or I am happy. Descriptions are important because they make your conversation more colorful. The third one is subject plus verb plus place, such as, we are at the park, or he works in an office. This tells people where something is or where it happens. You can say, I live in London. My phone is on the table, or she studies at the library. Try to connect this with your real life. Think of where you are, where your things are, and make quick sentences about them. If you practice making short, clear sentences with these 3 structures every day, you'll stop translating in your head. You'll start to speak naturally and faster because your brain will already know the pattern. You'll just change the words.
Thanks, Joseph. Those are really easy to remember and so practical.
Yes, and I think our listeners can start using them today. Thanks for joining us. Natalie, what worked for you when you learned another language?
I started talking to myself in that language every day.
Really? Like full conversations?
Yes. For example, while cooking, I would say, now I cut the tomatoes. Now I add salt. It's like narrating your actions.
That's smart. You're training your brain to speak without pressure.
Exactly. And I repeated simple sentences many times until they felt natural. Even short ones like, it's sunny today, or I'm making tea.
I did something similar. I used voice messages with friends to practice.
That's great because you get time to think before speaking, and you can still have a real conversation.
And later, you can listen to yourself and see how you can improve. Sometimes I noticed I used the wrong tense and then fixed it.
Yes, listening to yourself is powerful. You hear your mistakes and also your progress.
Another thing I tried was pretending to order food at home. Like, hi, can I get a pizza, please?
Oh, I love that idea. I did that too, but at the mirror, so I could see my mouth moving.
That's a good trick. It also helps with pronunciation.
Exactly. And it makes you more confident when you speak with real people.
I also practiced when I was walking outside. I looked at things and named them in English. That's a bus. This is a red car. The shop is closed.
Yes, and you can make short sentences like, the bus is fast, or the shop opens at 9.
It feels simple, but it trains your brain to think in English.
That's the key. The more you connect English to your daily life, the less you translate in your head.
And then when you're in a real conversation, the words come faster.
Exactly. Speaking becomes a habit, not a stressful event.
So even without a partner, you can create your own speaking environment every day.
Yes, and that's something our listeners can start right after this episode.
My first tip is to use conversation starters every day. These are short, easy questions you can ask anyone, or even yourself, to begin a conversation. For example, how's your day? Or what's your favorite food? The goal is to get used to starting a talk without feeling nervous. If you practice these daily, you'll stop waiting for the perfect moment and just speak. My second tip is to practice with a timer. Set 1 minute on your phone, choose a topic, and speak about it until the timer ends. Don't stop to think too much or worry about mistakes. Just keep talking. This builds fluency because your brain learns to find words quickly. Over time, you can increase it to 2 or 3 minutes. And my third tip is to reuse what you learn immediately. If you learn a new word or phrase today, use it in a sentence within the next 10 minutes. For example, if you just learned delicious, say, "This sandwich is delicious," or "The cake looks delicious." Using new words quickly makes them easier to remember and natural to say in real conversations.
All right, before we say goodbye, here's a quick step-by-step to help you start using today's tips.
Step 1. Choose one of the speaking activities we shared, like talking to yourself, using conversation starters, or practicing with the timer.
Step 2, keep it short but do it every day. Even 5 minutes is enough if you do it consistently.
Step 3. Use the 3 grammar structures Joseph taught you: subject plus verb plus object, subject plus verb plus adjective, and subject plus verb plus place. Make quick sentences with them.
Step 4, don't wait for perfect English. Start speaking with what you know and let mistakes help you learn.
And step 5, review your progress at the end of the week and choose your next focus.
You have the tools, now it's time to take action.
No excuses. It's time to start speaking.